Hello everybody, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We've got a lot to do today. Starting with we gotta do some primals. We need to unlock and do, I believe, Ifrit, Garuda, Titan. I think all three of those in hard mode. Where is he? Oh yeah, Oriange is all the way over here. Real quick, guys, I will be right back before I get started. All right, sorry about that. Okay. Hey, Leon, how you doing? We got some stuff to do. We got to do, before we can move forward in the main scenario, we got to do hard mode primals. Boom, boom, boom. So I am visiting Oriange in our old clubhouse. She missed you. Who missed you? Oh, did she? Oh, I told you. Wait, what the heck? She's in both clubhouses. Oh, my bitrate is really bad. I think. Wait. Oh. Never mind, that was weird. It was fine, it was showing all red. Primal fear. Maybe, I'm not sure which quest I need to do. Good intentions? But I can't do good intentions yet. Maybe it's this one? I know you have scarce had a chance to rest, but I'm afraid there's still work to do. The ultimate weapon's destruction, 'twould seem, has served to embolden the beastmen, who now seek to call down their gods once more. Even as we speak, the Amalja, the Ixal, and the Kobolds are making preparations to their respective summoning rites. And that is but half of it. To much of our dismay, all three tribes were somehow able to procure vast quantities of crystals. Oh, my turn to say something? Ahem. Basically, this means the primals will be stronger than they were before. Far, far stronger. Their previous incarnations will seem as pale imitations. The beast tribes, we believe, began hoarding crystals with a vengeance in the wake of the ultimate maiden appearance. You will remember that as the time it devoured the three primals in one sitting. Oh yeah, I remember that. The grand companies are aware of the potential primal outbreak. Alas, due to the losses they incurred to ensure the success of Operation Archon, they are ill-equipped to take any meaningful measures. After deliberation, the leaders concluded that they must needs turn to us once more. To thee. The etheric waves we observed in Mordona do not appear to bear any connection to any beast tribe, yet much and more still remain beyond our knowing. We must be prepared for the possibilities. I am loath to send you into the midst of danger again so soon, but none have proven themselves more capable against the primals than you. You will undertake this mission, Stab? You're embarrassed. Why? Because she missed you? You have my thanks. I truly do not know what we would do without you. Go ahead, Thancred. With circumstances as they were, I haven't had the chance to properly express my gratitude. I owe you my life, Stab. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. A string of failures have left me feeling powerless. I wanted to be stronger, that I might do right by my fellow scions. But instead I caused you all no end of grief and suffering. I swear to you it shan't happen again. Owing to everyone's ministrations, I'm quite recovered now. I hope to return to my duties again soon. You're not used to having friends. Yeah, well, get used to it. Thancred's return marks the beginning of a new chapter of the Scions. Let us renew the fire in our hearts and continue to press ever forward. Now then, back to a matter of primals. We have no fewer than 3 of the beings threatening to appear. With no fewer, it is easy to feel overwhelmed. We must take it one sure step at a time. Urianshe has the overview of the situation as it stands. Please speak with him to receive guidance on your mission. You want to help me do the hard mode primals? Could use a Chad healer. Is that a yes? That's set to lurk? Are you lurking, or is that a no? I don't know what that emote is supposed to mean. Such knowledge as I possess of the beast tribes and their primals is at thy disposal. Whether man or beastman, we are wont to seek power to plunge into the black depths of despair. That despair doth begin with the Almashah, who have already summoned forth Ifrit. With our comrade Thancred now returned, thou wouldst do well to seek his counsel. Alright, Thancred. Confirmation was just arrived from the Immortal Frames. 'Tis as Urianshe said, I fear, the Almashah have already summoned Ifrit. Confrontation with the Lord of Inferno is inevitable. I would like nothing more than lend you my blade, but the students of Aldesion insisted that I refrain from taking to the field where it concerns primals. I know not the workings of it, but it would seem that the recent events have left me especially susceptible to tempering. As much as I hate missing out on the fun for everyone's sake, I must sit this one out. Instead, I will focus on gathering and analyzing data. Now the Immortal Friends have already conducted a preliminary investigation into Ifrit. You heard Chad Healer? Yeah, I'm talking to you. I need a Chad Healer. They may well have information that will be of use to you. Do pay a visit to the Halls of Flame and speak with Commander Swift. One last thing before you depart. Doubtless you remember Menfila's words, but this Ifrit is a far cry from the primal you first defeated. You want to assemble the most dependable comrades for the mission. Be safe, my friend. Commander Swift. Sergeant Addict, we thank you for coming. The Flame General will be heartened to hear that you have answered the call. As we have already relayed to the Waking Sand, Ifrit has returned. For the sake of peace in the region, we humbly request that you vanquish him. The primal to be found in his domain, the Bowl of Embers. To get there, you must use the Beastman Etherite found within the depths of Zaharak, the Almashah stronghold. The Almashah have constructed their own Aetherite from salvaged Aetherite shards. This being the case, you should be able to use it without problem. No doubt you already know this from your fellow Scions, but the present incarnation of Ifrit is far stronger than the last. Facing him with any fewer than 7 of your stoutest comrades will be ill-advised. That is all the intelligence we have to share. The rest is in your hands. I shall pray for your victory and a safe return. Oh, okay, I gotta unlock it. I'm almost there. You want to pass me lead? All right, here we go. I don't think I haven't done XIV hard mode in a while. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Dang. I think for the most part for tanking, my job is exactly the same. Uh-oh. Did we lose? Oh no, we're okay. Whoa. Oh, easy. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. 2 comms. Alright, now I think I gotta go back to the Vesper Bay. But I still have all these Aetheryte tickets. What? Wait, what? How do I? Oh, Papalimo. Here we go. I'll stop right here if you triumphed over Ifrit, of course. This is no less a feat that I would expect of the Warrior of Light, but well done all the same. Now I am full glad. I full had a mind to crack open a bottle of 1547 Bacchus, but the celebration must keep. Garuda, I am afraid to say, has also returned. As you well know, Garuda's appetite for destruction far exceeds that of the normal other primals. Not to dishearten you, but in her last incarnation, the appetite has become nigh insatiable. In the short time since her return, she has already wreaked tremendous havoc. You must send her back to the Aether before she can do any more damage. In the meantime, Ida and I will assist the Order of the Twin Adder in their recovery effort. When you previously faced Garuda, 'twas the Enterprise that bore you through the storm that shielded their domain. Well, the storm is as a spring breeze. Besides what she has raised up this time, no airship could hope to penetrate it. And so we must count ourselves fortunate that the Order of the Twin Adder chanced to discover a beastman Aetheryte leading to the Howling Eye. Before you do aught else, pray visit the Adder's Nest, have words with Commander Eulo, is what I'm going to call him. He will be able to tell you about that said Aetheryte, among other things. Make no mistake, the Lady of the Vortex will prove a formidable opponent, but I believe that you can weather the storm. May the 12 keep you safe. It's weird that they have you do them in a different order here. I remember, oh man, I remember in 2.0. I want to say 2.0. Maybe it wasn't. Whenever Titan hard mode was new, it was the hardest thing to do. It was so hard. Maybe we were just all terrible. Oh, Stab of the Scions, we are grateful for your aid. As you already know, the accursed Ixal have summoned Garuda once more. Since her return, she has wasted no time unleashing her fury upon the region. Extensive damage has been reported in both the Twelveswood and Korthus. She must be stopped, and soon, lest more lives be lost. In the name of the Elder Seedseer, I humbly request that you put an end to her reign of terror. As in the past, Gruta keeps her court within the Howling Eye, which is perpetually protected by a raging tempest. Fortunately, we have learned of an alternate way into her domain. The XIV constructed an 8th Rite in Natalan, their stronghold in the central highlands of Karthus. This 8th Rite will take you to Garuta's realm. We owe this discovery to the Asgardians, who the Elder Seedseer said desired to repay the kindness you showed them. For the sake of our people as well as theirs, may your mission be met with success. Okay. Yeah, and what made Titan hard mode even worse was that it was so difficult, and that it was also required to complete it for the the relic quests. Titan hard mode was the very first piece of content that sparked a bunch of buyable carries. People would just shout, because there was no party fight or anything, people would just shout non-stop in Mordona, offering to sell carries to Titan hard mode. But you also keep in mind, I think the highest item level you could get when Titan hard mode came out, I believe was item level 70. All right, you ready? Can I stand on this? No. Can I preemptively go back to Vesper Bay while we're waiting? Nope, no need to wait. I love this music. Oh. It kind of bothers me that her high heels in the back don't actually touch the ground. Let's do it. Alright, I will let him do it. You guys got greedy. Oh, I wasted all my moves when she was invincible. Run through. Wait, where'd she go? Got her. Easy peasy. Look at this. Less than 30 minutes in and we've already got 2 of the 3 down. Guys, I have a feeling Titan's also been resummoned, and I bet he's also stronger than ever, and I bet they also found an 8th right that we can teleport to. Just a hunch. Yep, stronger than he was before. They were deceiving us. We should have known better. They actually were able to summon him again. Let's see. The 8th right. Oh, the 8th right no longer seems to respawn. Oh, they found another in its place. Okay, cool. Convenient. Let's see. Where is it? The mines. Got it. I'm not attuned. What? What? Oh, I'm actually going to touch this one just because I want to unlock the dungeon. I think this is for Wanderer's Palace. Let me attune real quick. Oh, so close. All right, Titan, last but not least. Is this Teleji out of Legi? That looks like Teledi out of Legi, doesn't it? Oh god, this used to be such a nightmare. Granted, back in the day, one thing that made it such a nightmare is Square Enix used to have a very bad latency problem. So people would, it'd be very hard to avoid. It'd be very hard to avoid the those things. Sometimes you just cross your fingers. Oh, those two. Those two were also really hard to avoid. Oh, but this was the real kicker. Back in the day, it was so hard to pass this DPS check right here. Oh no! Healer down. I'll save you. Yes. All right. Let me double check, but I think those are the only ones that I needed. Germain has the curse of 0 columns. Oh no. Alright, I think that's all we needed. Let's go to Mordona. His father cursed him. Yeah, runs in the blood, I guess. Do. Alright, cool, we can do it. Alright guys, I'm gonna take a quick break. Just need a drink real quick, and I will be right back. Alright, we are back. Okay. I'm most eager to address the Ascian threat. However, we dare not neglect our other pressing concerns. We both know full well that Saint Shiva will not be the last primal we face, and our relationship with Ishgard is still tenuous at best. To think that the resolution of the primal threat was once the sole priority of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, some days I wonder if it wise for us to take on so many other responsibilities. Lest you forget, Antecedent, the Scions need not shoulder the burden alone. We're not the Crystal Braves established for this very reason. True, we are presented with a multitude of problems. However, we have all the resources we need to address them in turn. Stab, in particular, is ever a steadying hand, who I trust will continue to support the Braves. To what do we owe the pleasure? Have there been further developments regarding the situation in Ul'dah? As expected, the Immortal Flames have been struggling to cope with the revelation that one of their highest-ranking officers was a Garlean agent. Suffice it to say, Telegia Telegia and its monitors ilk have wasted no time in attempting to turn the situation to their advantage. Coupled with ongoing unrest, the Flames are finding themselves hard-pressed. Plainly, Raban needs our help and will direct the Crystal Braves to offer what support they can. Oh, I will direct. Squoosh? What's a squoosh? And how much are they? Can I buy one? Can I order a squoosh on Amazon? If I am to stay abreast of the latest developments and issue effective orders, however, I cannot afford to waste time traveling back and forth. And so, for the foreseeable future, I think it would be best if I were to remain in Elda, unless you have an objection. None whatsoever. We have matters here well in hand. When Breda's research is proceeding as planned? So she tells me, though I'm not familiar with the details. Oriange is poring over his tomes at the Waking Sands, and the others are contributing in their own ways. Alas, the key problem, how to form an ethereal blade at will, remains unsolved. Nevertheless, it is only a matter of time. Stab, while we focus on the task, mayhap you could assist Alphino and his brave with theirs. It would do much to restore the faith in the immortal flames if the Warrior of Light was seen working on their behalf. Never forget that your esteemed status allows you to act in ways that those more tightly bound to organizations and nations cannot. As ever, I implore you to do so. Not that your response was ever in doubt, but I humbly thank you once more for aiding our cause. Now then, there are preparations I must attend to before my departure, such as receiving Riola's latest report. He has proven to be quite skilled at gathering information others wish kept secret, hence why I placed him under my direct command and ordered him to investigate the Uldan riots. When you are finished here, join me outside. Depending on what he has to say, I may soon have a favor to ask. If there are any developments on our front, I shall inform you at once in the usual fashion. I guess I'm speaking with Real. There's this amusing slime character. In which game? Persona 2? Are you okay? I hear you coughing out there. Pleasure as always, Stab. You'll be escorting the commander to Ulda, I take it? Actually, I had another task in mind for him. If you would be so kind as to repeat your report for his benefit. Right then. Me and mine have been making inquiries into the source of the weapons that found their way into the refugee hands a ways back. So it happens we caught wind of something promising, a rather large purpose of sharp and pointy things by a black marketeer holed up near Highbridge. I doubt that this man would have secured such a quantity of weapons if he did not already have a client waiting. Clients that, for whatever reason, would prefer for this transaction to remain secret. Brings to mind the merchant that what caught an arrow while talking to Stab, don't it? Generous fellow, he was doling out swords and spears to the downtrodden and disgruntled. Which isn't to say that these clients have the same mischief in mind, but if you want to be sure, it might be prudent to intervene before they collect their goods, savvy? Oh wow, they bought more? Seizing the weapons before they fall into the wrong hands would be for the best. However, if we strike at the appointed hour, we might capture the black marketeer as well as his clients. What say you, Stab? Let's do it. And it settles. Rendezvous with Captain Ilbert at the High Bridge and intervene when the exchange takes place. Now then, if you would excuse me, I must leave for Ulda. I expect good tidings. You choked on cereal? Why are you choking? Chew your food. Why are you choking on cereal? Did you laugh too hard while you were... You laughing at squooshes over there? 50-50, not sure of okay. Do you need me? Oh, throat just messed up. Yeah. Well, be careful. Don't laugh while you're eating. Super bad. Ah, Stab, my scouts have been keeping a close eye on the Black Marketeer, and it would seem that the guests have arrived. It would also seem that he has hired more than a few men to stand guard, common thugs of no consequence, but they are nevertheless pose a threat. Even so, I feel compelled to apologize. This is far beneath a man of your standing. The Commander Levier needn't have dispatched you hither, but powerful men ever have a need for loyal, able-bodied friends. Having found one in you, 'tis only natural that he would come to rely upon you without hesitation. You weren't laughing? Oh, well, eat slowly, please. Now then, we should make for the burning wall without delay and secure those weapons. The first unit will ensure that the clients do not escape. With me, Stab. I spy the one man, but there are sure to be others. I have a plan. While you approach the sentry and create a distraction, my men will slip past and catch the Black Marketeer unawares. Once you have disposed of the thugs, wait for us outside the tunnel entrance. Any questions? Then let us be off. Good luck, my friend. Yeah. Yeah. Who goes there? An adventurer? Damn fool, you should have never come here. Oh, there's more. Did I hear something? I don't understand. What's this all about? Gah! Why'd he kill him? As you can see, this is a fine mess. When I tried to restrain him, he drew a hidden blade and lashed out. But before I could disarm him, one of my subordinates panicked, and this is the result. How foolish of me to underestimate the bastard, and to bring an inexperienced recruit. Commander Levier will be most disappointed. Damn it all, the golden opportunity wasted. As for the clients, though we know not how, they slipped past our perimeter. At present, the first is currently tracking a party of Duskwhite sellswords we suspect may be them. But that we could have enlisted the aid of the immortal flames or the brass blades. Alas, we're here to aid them. They're in no position to aid us. Well, at the very least, we have secured the weapons. Yet, even that accomplishment is lacking, for the information we received indicated a massive shipment, and this is anything but. Huh. So where's this recruit, huh? That lashed out inexperienced and killed him. That didn't sound like self-defense. I will join the first in their hunt for the Duskwhite sellswords. If the gods are good, we will catch them before they escape into the Black Shroud. In the meantime, I ask that you deliver these weapons to Ul'dah in my stead. Entrust them to the third Yuyuhase. He will take care of the rest. I think this whole unit is corrupt. Yeah, I don't think the Crystal Braves themselves, but definitely Ilberd's unit is sus right now. How you feeling? Your throat still hurt, Leon? You're back at it with the cereal, risking your life? I mean, that's what it sounds like. Yeah, don't be Ed. Don't choke on everything. Ah, the Warrior of Light, ever reliable friend of the Crystal Braves. You have my deepest thanks for your assistance in Korthus. Now, what brings you us this day? Confiscated weapons. A gift of weapons from a certain black marketeer, courtesy of Captain Ilberd, you say? Understood. Once we've cataloged the contents, I'll have them delivered to the Hall of Flames. This cannot be everything, can it? We all stated with confidence that there would be a far greater quantity of weapons. A blatant falsehood. Clearly, Riol is unfamiliar with the ways of Ul'dah merchants, who ever strive to present themselves as greater than they are. You should be thankful that his information was not completely erroneous, and that we have managed to achieve anything of worth at all. It's still something worth celebrating, isn't it, Lieutenant? Besides, we've got more important things to worry about, like fighting those Garleans up north. There'll be no fighting if I have anything to say about it. Our orders are to stand watch, not seek glory in battle. If you have no further need of us, then I shall take my unit to the cerulean processing plant. Time for the fourth to earn their keep, eh? Fight well, Elian. For the freedom of all. Okay, so these guys aren't part of the unit. The Yuyuhase is. Excellent work as always, my friend. Rest assured that the Immortal Flames will hear of your contribution. Until we meet again. Stab, a word if it please ye. Not here. Look for me at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. There's no need in whistling this time. Don't you worry. Thanks for indulging my request. Few places better than a market for privacy, I find. All the hustle and bustle of Karmars means no conversations means most conversations go unnoticed. I'll get to the point. At the Burning Wall, when you and the captain interrupt the exchange, what happened? Tell me everything. Leave no detail out. That's not quite how the first told it. 3 dust whites they were chasing. Last word is that we lost the trail. But you never saw them yourself? Not before the fighting started and not after? Something ain't right. I don't know what it is, but I can feel it in me bones. I'm not daft enough to be misled by some merchant's drunken boasts. Our information was reliable, goddammit. I know he purchased those weapons. As if I've never deciphered a moneylender's books, or had to follow a transaction back to its source. Did plenty of that back when the Braves were getting started, believe me. The commander wanted assurances that we weren't taking Gil from the wrong sort of benefactors. Of course, these days the money flows like water, and the first and third get the shiniest new toys. Forgive me, friend. I've a lot on my mind these days, and I appreciate you lending me an ear. Right then, best get back to it. Yeah, see, Riol's a smart guy. Stab, can you hear me? This is Tatoru. Your presence is urgently requested at the Rising Stones. Please come and see me as soon as you're able. Why, you survived the deadly cereal? Good, good. Is that Golden Grams extreme mode? Or savage even? They were coming so quickly, Stab. We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you. A most, determined lady, by all indications. A lady from Ishgard? Who is that? Our guest is with the antecedent of the solar present. Let's not keep them waiting any longer, shall we? You were wondering if you were gonna live for a moment? Jesus. Careful next time. Oh, it's Lucia.
We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you.
Okay.
I believe the two of you have met.
Yes.
We have. I had hoped to speak with Commander Leveilleur as well, but I cannot afford to wait any longer. The Lord Commander sent me hither to request your aid in a matter of grave import.
You see now why I had Tataru summon you.
Now that we're all assembled, perhaps you would be good enough to elaborate on the nature of the matter which brought you to us.
The Observatorium's astrologians have sounded the alarm. Last night, the Dragonstar burned with an intensity not seen in 15 summers. Not since the Dravanians engaged the Empire in the Battle of Silvertear Skies.
That was only 15 years ago?
The northern sky doth burn full bright upon the Wormlord's call. The red behemoth beckoneth, and flame consumeth all.
The old Curthan rhyme, aye. The brightening of the Dragonstar is said to accompany the roar of a great worm. The astrologians believe that it was Midgard Soma himself who cried out on this occasion.
After an absence of centuries, the King of Kings did return to lead his kind against the might of Garlemald, only to fall in his duel with the Agrius, proud flagship of the Gallian fleet. Devoid of life, His corpse remaineth entwined about the Magitech monstrosity even unto this day.
Ariange has the right of it. Whatever this alteration in the Dragonstar portends, the Great Worm has shown no sign of life. Tataru, have the Domans reported aught out of the ordinary?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if Midgardsormr had roared, wouldn't we have heard it here in Revenant's Toll?
Roar is but a figure of speech. Dravanians can communicate in ways beyond our ken. It is for this very reason that we are forced to look for signs in the heavens. We cannot say with any confidence that a great worm roared at all, much less that it was Midgardsormr. Only by directly examining the Keeper of the Lake can we be certain. However, it will take too long to gain the Holy See's approval to dispatch the Temple Knights. Therefore, Sir Emric would entrust this task to you. Do you accept?
Sure.
We knew you would not disappoint us. Now, if you would excuse me, I must return and assist the Lord Commander. We have precious little time to prepare.
To prepare for what, pray tell?
When a great worm roars, his brethren cannot choose but answer. We prepare for battle.
Wonder who answers the call. Remember. Forgive me if I say on which you already know, but I would ensure that you understand the nature of your destination. How's the audio of my voice with me sitting this far from the mic? Is it still okay? As Oriange stated, what we now call the Keeper of the Lake, it's fine, okay, is the wreckage of the Agrius, former flagship of the Imperial fleet, and the corpse of the worm responsible for its destruction. 15 years ago, as the next stop in his campaign to subjugate Eorzea, Gaius van Belsar attempted to seize control of Mordona. So massive was his force that all thought his victory a foregone conclusion. But an unlikely ally came to Eorzea's aid that day, Midgardsormr, the legendary guardian of Silver Tear Falls. He burst forth from beneath the waters of the lake and led a host of dragons against the Garlean ships overhead. In what would later be known as the Battle of the Silver Tear Skies, the Great Worm felled countless airships before engaging the Agrius. In the ensuing struggle, the flagship's Ceruleum engines failed and it tumbled to the lake below, yet the victory came at a great cost, for the explosion which followed claimed the life of the Great Worm as well. That same explosion transformed Silver Tear Falls into the desolate wasteland it is today, draining the lake of its waters and crystallizing aether for malms around. Oh. Yet a remnant of lake remains at its center, a constant reminder of that fateful day long ago. In accordance with Sir Emric's wishes, our Doman allies have been standing watch over the Keeper of the Lake. It would seem wise to speak with them before investigating the wreckage yourself. Be careful, my friend. We know not what danger awaits you within. Now let us not neglect our own tasks. There is much to be done and precious little time to do it. Interesting. So this, let me get a good look. So a majority of this area, so this whole thing used to be a lake. That would explain why it's bigger on the first, huh? It's much bigger on the first, and that would explain why. Wonder what the green stars are. Like there's some white ones. Are there any more star constellations? Huh. Are you going to be up for some Keeper of the Lake? I think it's going to be unlocked soon. Keeper of my soul. You're in luck, sir. I was just about to send a word to Revenant's Toll about the Garleans. Of late, I've seen small airships, likely from Castrum Century, come and go from the Keeper of the Lake. Though I cannot say for certain at this distance, I believe they may be salvaging something from within the wreckage. The Castrum supply lines have been cut for some time, and I'd wager they're desperately in need of spare parts for other equipment. So it's true then, the Ishgardians honestly fear the war might rise again? Well, from here, that seems rather unlikely, but if it's assurances they want, you've no choice but to inspect the corpse in its entirety. Easier said than done, given the creature which inhabits the wreckage, and the aforementioned Garleans, who won't take kindly to your presence. They're sure to fire upon an airship, so I'd advise to go more I'd advise a more stealthy approach. Take the boat and a few of your comrades to the base of the Agrias. Then climb to the top. That's the only viable approach, I'd say. Oh, so that's why there are Garleans in here, because they're salvaging. I always wondered that. Alright, you ready for battle? Let's do it. Of the lake. They redid this dungeon, right? It's much better than it used to be. Not that it was terrible, but I certainly was tired of doing it. So that's Midgar Sormer, huh? Oh, I see. You know, I never really stopped to think what this dungeon was. So we start outside and we make our way in, huh? Yoink. Oh, they're stopping me here, huh? This guy named a codpiece clipper. Is that in mind he clips at cod pieces? God, worst enemy ever. Stupid toad. Oh, the boss is up there. Was that ability called vasectomy? Did I just stun an ability called vasectomy? Guess we'll never know. Yeah, that frog tried to give me a vasectomy. With his tongue. I don't know how that was gonna work. Alright, so did they redo this boss? I do like that we don't have to hit the canisters away anymore. Oh, you guys. I saw you guys. You guys were following each other. Where do we get the card from? This thing? Yep. Alright. Big pull. These Colossus, they look like something that would be like a Dark Souls boss. Ooh, I'm excited to see what changes they made to this. Alright, so that still is persistent. Oh, this doesn't chase anyone anymore? That's probably a good thing. Oh, it doesn't even stay on the ground anymore. That's pretty forgiving. Oh, I just walked right in it again. Ooh. Thanks for being here, by the way, Leon. Always a pleasure to have you healing me. Ah, paralyzed. Oh no. Woe is me. All right, I'm interested to see what the changes were here.
Who treadeth now upon my bones, and waketh me from slumber sweet?
Is that Reaper from Overwatch? I gotta look this up.
Thou hast forgotten the face of thy Lord. Remember, mortal, and fear me.
Alright, I'm gonna have to... Alright, I'll look that up in a bit. That sounded like Reaper from Overwatch. Ah! Alright, this music is... This music is not very intense. Wait, what is this happening? Oh, okay. So we just stick on him the whole time then, no ads? That's a huge change. Oh wait, never mind. There are ads. Oh, we can attack him. He kind of fights like a mini primal. Okay, Jizo. He's just like, I'm only gonna stack for one. He's got a lot of health, though. I will say that much. We got him, we got him. No! The guy moved away from us. Stop running from us! Nice. Good limit break. Who is that? Gizo? Okay. Hey, level up, I think. Yes, nice. No calm.
By her gifts hast thou earned a moment's reprieve.
Okay, wait, let's see. Hold on. So Keith Ferguson is the voice of the Reaper. Animation, no. Video games, here we go. He's done a lot of stuff. But I'm not seeing... He's been in a lot of Final Fantasy games, but not this one, it looks like.
Speak, mortal, and I shall listen. Guided by a star. My people have heard the song. Ishgard shall burn.
Oh, what? Yeah, this voice actress does Quintus Van Cinna as well. Oh.
Sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. We do not forget. We do not forgive. Seven children did I sire. One now singeth of retribution. I rise to join in the chorus. Thou art powerless to silence us, mortal. Yet thou shalt not live to labor in vain. Thy reprieve is at an end.
I didn't realize Midgar Swarmer was such an asshole.
Trickery is thy shield. This frail, ignoble creature is not gifted, but chosen. Hearken to me, Hydaelyn. I remember, and I consent. Fear not, mortal. I shall not harm thee.
Oh. Spent all expansion gathering those crystals.
Mayhap thou thinkest me an oath breaker. Thou art mistaken. If thou comest to harm, it shall be by another's hand, not mine. I did but strip thee of thy mistress's feeble blessing. Thou didst profit much by her grace, but no more. The covenant binds me to thee. I shall watch, listen, and wait.
He's so cute now.
Fight and struggle, if it be thy will. Man hath ever coveted that which lieth beyond his grasp. I drink of her body, and thence doth mine own find new life. When it hath grown whole, the loyal and penitent shall rejoice. The dragon song heraldeth our beginning and an end.
Wait, so what do we tell the Ishgardians? You may summon Midgar Stormer by selecting corresponding entry in your minion guide. Cute. I was beginning to fear the worst. What were those explosions I saw? Ah, but you shouldn't waste time talking with me. Alphina left a message stating that you were to return to the Rising Stones at once. Okay. Alphina, I thought you were in Ul'dah. Praise the 12 that you are hale and whole. I have come as soon as Minfilia informed me of Sir Amaric's request. You've completed your investigation of the Keeper of the Lake, I take it. Then I would hear your report. Oh boy, do I have a tale to tell you guys. You converse with Midgar Stormer? I swear, were anyone else to make such a claim, I would regard it with considerable skepticism. And we are to understand that the Worm Lord did not perish, and has in sooth lain dormant these past 15 years? Rest assured, the less a resurrection and more a rejuvenation for he who dwelleth in eternity, years passing its moments. Though his words are ambiguous at times, one statement left little room for interpretation. My people have heard the song, and Ishgard shall burn. Clearly an attack is imminent. We must share this information with Sir Amaric immediately. However, we dare not divulge your conversation with Midgar Zormer in its entirety. We even acknowledge that you heard the voice of a Dravanian is a grave but necessary risk, lest we forget men have been executed as heretics for declaring as much. For your own protection and for the sake of our tenuous relationship with Ishgard, the truth cannot leave this room. As for how we shall present your revelation to Sir Amaric's emissary, you may leave that to me. Pray remain here for now. Is there something you're not telling us, Stab? You seem different somehow. 'Tis almost you're missing something important. Midgar Zormer took my V card. Oh, 12 for offend. Midgar Zormer stripped you of the blessing of light. Are you alright? How do you feel? Less important. I see it as a relief to hear that you are otherwise unharmed. It beggars belief that any being could possess the power to deprive you of her blessing. Midgar Zormer made mention of a covenant, did he not? One of the ancient myths regarding Silver Tear Falls states that when the waters came into existence, so too did the Great Worm. Althic and Nemea, brother Time and sister Fate, decreed that Midgar Zormer ever watch over the source from which all water and magic was said to flow. I wonder, what if this was a covenant which he spoke, and 'twas not the gods with whom he treated, but Heidelin herself? Well, if he is watching over you as he claimed, mayhap you will have an opportunity to ask. Let us keep this matter to ourselves. I do not wish to burden our friends needlessly. Interesting. Art thou a pawn or master of thy fate? So that story would imply that the 12 existed before the dragons came to Eorzea, or Theris. What thou hast wrought by thine own hands, mortal. Or what hast thou wrought by thine own hands, mortal? He just told me to check my privilege, I think.
My friend, I can scarce believe it. You confronted the Worm Lord and lived to tell the tale. I give thanks to Helone for your preservation. It is our sole cause for gladness. Your encounter with the Keeper of the Lake served to confirm our fears. A great worm has roared, and it makes little difference if it was one of the two in Eorzea or any other.
One of the two in Eorzea.
The Dravanians are coming.
I am told that Ishgard has magical defenses against Dravanian attack, though I am not privy to their exact nature. Will they be enough to repel a massive force?
Ishgard has weathered countless assaults over centuries. This will be no different. And now that you have confirmed the threat, none can ignore the Lord Commander's calls for the wards to be strengthened. I dare not presume to speak for him, but I expect the Lord Commander would sing your praises. I must away, but we shall meet again soon.
Countless assaults weathered, and this will be no different? Why am I not convinced?
The Ishgardians have warred with the Dravanians for centuries, nay, nearly 1,000 years. In all that time, not once have their enemies breached their defenses and entered the city proper. Yet regardless of how strong these magical wards may be, I nevertheless fear that the Ishgardians are underestimating the gravity of the situation. It was not Midgardsormr who roared. A call to arms by one of the first brood cannot be ignored. Until such a time as they choose to request our aid, however, we can do naught but observe the situation at a distance and pray that our fears are unfounded. Aether on demand, huh? Ere I forget, I believe Moonbreda has requested a gathering of the Scions. I assume there has been some progress concerning our efforts to combat the Ascians. Pray inform her that our business with the Ishgardians is concluded for the moment. I shall be along at once, as long as I completed my communications with the Crystal Braves. Got it. All done with your task of dragons? Wonderful, because Ascians are next on the menu. Let's head to the Solar, shall we? Aren't there like Mikote around here that are like down bad for Hoary Boulder? Where are they? Oh, I guess I don't know.
Now that everything's calmed down a bit, relatively speaking I mean, I thought it might be a good time to share our progress on the weapon. I believe we're on the verge of a breakthrough.
Oh.
Well, don't keep us all in suspense.
Just in case anyone's forgotten,
PowerPoint
let's start by
slide.
reviewing what we already know. So, an Ascian is an immortal because its soul doesn't return to the ethereal realm when its host is defeated. Instead, it flees to the place that lies between our world and the void.
Okay.
Therefore, the first step to permanently defeating an Ascian is preventing its soul from making this journey. And if you recall, when we last gathered here, I had verified that white auracite has adequate capacity to entrap the beings, albeit only briefly.
Which left the small matter of their extermination.
Aye. To unmake an Ascian soul, one must needs smite it with a concentrated burst, or blade, of purest ether. However, we wanted for both the data and the means to forge such a weapon.
Short of experimenting on an actual Ascian, you see, there's no way to gauge how much ether its soul is made of. As such, we don't know what etheric density our blade needs to have in order for it to work.
So we'll just have to make the densest blade we can and hope for the best. Though that would require a lot of ether. Hang on a minute. Why didn't we think of this before? White auracite can hold an absolute heap of ether, can't it?
Please tell me you're joking. God's sakes, Ida. I feel as though I'm reliving the same scene over and over with you. How many times do you need to be told that white auracite cannot store ether for long periods?
Yeah, you idiot.
Being intangible matter, ether is given to dispersion. Only in its crystallized form is it a stable source of energy. I will test you later on this, so see to it you do not forget.
Right, yes. It's all coming back to me.
So our hopes rest on good old crystals again, do they? While they are certainly reliable, they leave something to be desired in the area of portability.
Indeed. I am reminded of the quantity of corrupted crystals required to thwart Leviathan, and the extraordinary lengths to which the Lamentsons went to transport them. What if it should prove that a similar quantity was needed to destroy an Ascian's soul? Or still more?
I do not envy the poor sod who has to lug all of that around, on the off chance that an Ascian appears.
That's the very problem we set out to solve, and I reckon we've found the answer. If it isn't practical to lug around the ether we need, we'll just have to draw upon another source. And the only viable source is the land.
If you mean to tap the Great River of Ether, know that it will entail considerable risk. Meddling with the currents may well induce a surge like to the one which despoiled Mordona.
Give me a bit more credit, will you? Why would we need to tap the river when there are veritable reservoirs jutting out all over the land? I speak of corrupted crystals. It might be that their aspect is out of balance, but a crystal's a crystal. It contains ether, and we can help ourselves to it.
While corrupted crystals are indeed abundant, there is no guarantee that they will be in close proximity at a crucial moment.
But what if we don't need them to be? What if we could tap their power from afar? A malm away, say? If we could do that, we'd have ready access to ether aplenty in almost every corner of Eorzea. I've yet to put my theories to the proof, but I've got a good feeling about this. If no one has any objections, I'd like to see where this avenue leads.
If you think it's worth your while, you have my blessing.
This would be really dangerous though if she develops a way to extract the energy of every crystal within a mile. Then technically couldn't beast tribes use that same method to summon incredibly powerful primals?
But tell us, what are your theories? I, for one, am most eager to understand the process, however vaguely.
I thought you might say that, but no one wants to listen to boring old theories all day, do they? I know I don't. So with your permission, I'd like to try something a bit more hands-on. I've already built an etheric siphon especially for this purpose, and I've been meaning to try it out.
Moonbraid is much more book smarts than I remember her
Thing
being.
is, the profusion of corrupted crystals in Mordona makes it something of a high-risk testing ground. If anything goes awry with the siphon, it would be better if it didn't happen within spitting distance of quite so much ether. Ideally, I need an isolated specimen. Does anyone know where I can find one?
May I suggest northern Thanalan? There you will find corrupted crystals of middling size, standing a reasonable distance apart. Ideal for your needs, I should have thought. Oh, and if you do elect to visit the place, I should be much obliged if you would assist me in another matter while you are in the area.
Has something happened?
Movement has been observed at Castrum Meridianum.
Ooh.
During Operation Archon, the Alliance dealt the stronghold a heavy blow. Its facilities were extensively damaged, and its garrison reduced to a fraction of its former strength. Not long after our forces withdrew, however, their ranks were replenished by reinforcements from Castrum's sentry. They now seek to rebuild, and to this end they have their sights set upon the ceruleum processing plant. Having lost the Empire's support, the 14th Legion lacks the resources to sustain itself. To them, this is a bid for survival, and they will doubtless fight like desperate men. Though I have dispatched the Crystal Braves, I fear their strength alone may not suffice to stay the Imperial assault. I would request the Scion's aid in the defensive effort.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to inveigle us into fighting your battle with the promise of shiny crystals. Well then, consider me inveigled. I won't lie, the crystals you speak of sound perfect, so the Garleans have to go.
Inveigled?
Besides, we can't afford to beat about the bush. There's no telling when the Arceans will next appear.
Thine eagerness to hurl thyself into the jaws of danger cometh as little surprise. Exercise due caution, I prithee.
Oh, he's worried.
Though you have become a crystal brave, you are yet a scion, Alphino. We could hardly refuse you. Pray, join the Crystal Braves and lend them your support. Thangrid and Papalimo shall accompany you. Ida and Yashtola, in the meantime I would have you assist Moonbreeder. Scout out the crystal clusters, that the testing may commence as soon as the Garlean threat has been eliminated.
If it please you, I shall continue mine own experiments on white aurosite.
Thank you, Orianger. Everyone, pray see to your preparations and depart as soon as you are able. Go well, and be safe.
So what are we trying to do? Blow something up? That's what it sounds like. It would seem the events have once more conspired to rob us of rest and recuperation. Though I would wish it otherwise, I would ask you to head straight away to the processing plant. The 4th have already deployed to the area and await the arrival of the Scions. Wilrid will brief you of the developing situation. Meanwhile, I must rendezvous with Captain Ilberd at our headquarters in Ul'dah. I shall take command of our forces there with a lighter heart, knowing that you go to support the front lines. Okay. Our duties take you. Your duties take you to Northern Thanalan, do they not? We too must say our farewells to the Rising Stones for a sign. Flamin travels to Ul'dah, and we shall serve as her escort. My daughter's behest, I go contact certain old acquaintances in the Gilded City. We are beset on all sides by civil unrest and impartial machinations, threatened by primals and troubled by dragons. We need all the allies we can muster. Many of my friends hold positions of power, you see, and it is my hope that they can be convinced to aid the Scion's cause. If past events have taught us anything, then we know that Eorzea must present a united front or we shall fall. Ah, how extraordinary that my little Celia is involved in such far-reaching affairs. I'm proud that I might now stand at her side, not only as a mother, but also as a colleague. A colleague with influential connections, but I fear that Ul'dah has become a place of danger, even for one so familiar with her streets. Bah! Woe betide the blackguard that so much as glares in your direction, milady. Oh, whoa! Hoary Boulder, what was that? Are you flirting with Mama Minfilia? I shall be well protected, it seems. Shall we be on our way then? Oh God. I think there may be a trial coming up in a little bit if you wanted to join. Also, how is Ice doing? How's her stream going? Commander Olivier sent word that you'd be coming. A veteran of your talents is most welcome. Not that I don't think we can handle the situation, mind you. I've learned a trick or two since that disaster with the Al-Mulsha. But returning to the task at hand, the Flames reconnaissance scouts have reported Imperial soldiers assembling at Raban's push. Such a force is likely interested only in one thing: gather their hands on the resources found here at the processing plant. The Garleans could begin marching on us at any moment. Pray speak with Lieutenant Edelstein that we might coordinate our strategy. In the meantime, I will inform the others that you have arrived. No doubt it will be a welcome tiding. She's playing something I think is awesome. What is she playing? I thought she was playing Persona 2. Sergeant Addict, my soldiers yet tell tales of your deeds during Operation Archon. Kodelka? What is Kodelka? Let me see. Oh, it looks spooky. You know what? As a kid growing up with a PlayStation, I have seen this game. I've seen this this case cover many times. Series Shadow Hearts. It's part of a Shadow Hearts series? Is it interesting? Would that we would sit a while and reminisce about old times, but I fear more pressing matters require our attention. The civilian draughtsmen you see have come across several highly suspicious crates within the boundaries of the processing plant. My sabers take a look, and our worst fears were confirmed. These boxes contain powerful explosive devices of Imperial design, no less. By my order, the Flame Station there are conducting a thorough sweep of the compound as we speak. Though it troubles me that we were unable to apprehend the Imperial spy behind this, I have faith that our men were able to neutralize the threat for now, In the meantime, our scouts bring troubling news on the latest movements of the Imperial Army, but once again ask for your aid. We've been keeping a close eye on the Garlean garrison, and it would seem that the Imperials have finally begun to mobilize. According to the reconnaissance report that just came in, the squads seen leaving the castrum are too few in number to effectively take and hold our position. They will likely mount a swift assault and focus on the acquisition of resources. I have, of course, also shared this report with the Crystal Braves. They've decided to take to the field and meet with the assault head-on. I've appraised your fellow scions of the situation, and I am heartened to know that they will be joining the effort. Pray report to Lieutenant Elian and lend your much welcome strength to the counteroffensive. You know, if these Garleans are stranded, the Empire has forsaken them and they're desperate for supplies for survival. They should reach out and help them and try and gain them as allies. Glad to have you with us, Stab. As I'm sure that Lieutenant Edelstein has explained, the Garleans have deployed a small force from Castrum Meridianum. Their main column assembles to the north of Dalman's Talons, but we've also spied several squads attempting to conceal themselves on the approach to the west. They wish to rush forth and commit a battle with the main column, leaving a detached force free to raid the plant and pillage supplies. Not much of a strategy, but these are desperate men. Captain Nailbird. Greetings, Sons. I understand the commander bid you and your fellows come lend a hand to the Braves. With such mighty foes at its disposal, heroes at its disposal, the first would now have little trouble contending with what the Guardians might throw at them. But even you cannot be everywhere at once. The third was getting restless, holed up in Ul'dah, so I marched them out to fill any holes in the plant's defenses and add their numbers to your counterattack. The reinforcements are welcome. We've enough soldiers now to divide our own forces and safely engage the enemy far beyond the walls. Aye, 'twould be best to avoid a battle anywhere near this much ceruleum. Let us take the fight to the Garleans. A wise course indeed. I shudder to think the consequences should any of these storage tanks be exposed to fire. If there's no objections, the Scion shall join the fourth and give battle to this main column. You're with the third, then Warrior of Light. Your job will be to intercept these squads hiding out in the west and prevent them from reaching the processing plant. When you're ready to proceed, report to Lieutenant Uyuhase. His scouts should have a rough idea of where the Imperials have concealed themselves by now. Just saying, it seems like a missed opportunity to potentially give some allies that would have some important information on the Empire. A pleasure to be fighting by your side once more, Scion. Our operatives invariably succeed when you're around, and victories are wont to pave the road for greater coin. Now, this detached force we've been sent to eliminate has split into smaller squads, the better to conceal themselves with the terrain hereabouts, I imagine. We'll need to split ourselves up as well to cover more ground and make sure we root out all these would-be raiders. And seeing as you're an army unto yourself, I've assigned you your own areas to scour clean of enemy soldiers. Aye, this will be a simple search and destroy. We'll rendezvous back when the task is done. Happy hunting, Scion. Feel bad, they're just hungry and need supplies. And they're hungry because I destroyed their base. seem grim, Scion. I'll take that to mean that between us, more than a few Garleans will be making it back to the castrum. These Imperials, though, they certainly make us earn our pay. I would be a happy man if I never had to tussle with another one of those Magitech horrors. It's time we bid this war-torn land farewell. I will contact the 4th and let Lieutenant Elia know that the west is now clear. I would appreciate it if you would do the same when you report to Lieutenant Edelstein. Certain Addict, what news of the Garleans? Their raiding parties are no more then? Excellent. The Amashina engineers will be most relieved to hear that the plant is no longer in any immediate danger. Thank you again for your assistance. Why do we have a cerulean processing plant? Do we use ceruleum for anything? You must be anxious for a word of your fellows. Lieutenant Elian has reported a sound victory over the main column and informs me that the Scions have already turned their attention to other duties. All but one, that is, the Rhodogan lady with the large axe. To it appears she has chosen to remain at the site of the battle. I know not what task keeps her from returning to civilization, but southern Thanaland is no place to wander alone, even for a capable sword as her. I would certainly feel better about things if you could check on her before you continue on your way. Alright. Come on, time to go home.
Hold on, I won't be a second. The beast seemed peckish, so I gave it a taste of my axe. I know. As Urianger never tires of reminding me, an axe ill becometh the hand of a scholar. What can I say? I like axes. To hear my mother tell it, I came into this world holding one.
Aww.
And it's not as if it stopped me picking up a quill, is it? I often think of the man who introduced me to the joys of learning. He's one of the reasons I decided to come to Eorzea. Him and my excruciatingly stiff childhood friend. Considering how unalike we are, it's a wonder we ever got on. The world's a strange old place, isn't it? Aye, that ought to do it. So far, so good. At these concentrations, it shouldn't matter too much if something goes awry. Just enough ether to make it interesting. Did you see that? The way the crystal glowed? The siphon works, I'm happy to say. With a few refinements, it should satisfy our appetite for ether, which just leaves the small matter of forging our blade. I'm not sure how to go about it just yet, but I swear to find a way. I'll put a blade in your hands if it's the last thing I do.
He senses me. A useful talent.
Who's this?
Hanassian, are they onto us?
By your brand, I see you are an Archon of Sharlayan, keeper of knowledge, seeker of truth. Meddler.
I don't know what the hell's you're saying, but I don't much like your tone.
Oh, Mr.
Your
Sideburns.
instincts serve you well.
Nabriales.
But come, be not unsettled on my account. That lovely brow was not made for frowns. But I waste my breath. Let me direct my words to one who understands them. We meet at last, warrior of light. I am Nabriales. And you have long been a thorn in my side. I suffered the overweening presence of La Habrea that men might host the power of gods, only for you to undo my hard work.
Oh, bugger.
Do settle down. You must concede that I acted in self-defense. But what's this? I do not sense the blessing of light. Oh dear. Could it be that frail Hydaelyn has forgotten her champion? This I did not foresee. Shorn of light as you are no longer a threat. And better yet, the seal is broken.
What seal?
Now is the time to claim the staff.
Staff?
With it in my grasp, I shall rise above them all and take my place at Lord Zodiac's right hand.
What did that bastard want with us? Nobrialis, he calls himself. With charm like that, I'll bet he has maidens falling at his feet, unconscious. But this staff, you say just talking about it had the bastard grinning like a brat on his name day. Must be quite a staff. Oh, gods. He means Tupsimati, Master Louis Soir's staff. Minfilia's in danger. We have to get back to the Rising Stones.
Ugh. You're here. Master Louis' staff is kept in the solar, isn't it? Quickly now. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have displayed it proudly. Maybe we should have, like, hidden it. Oh, he done got the staff.
You too.
So, you were able to divine my intent. What now, warrior of light? Ah, but that name is no longer fitting. You have become decidedly dull, and quite incapable of barring my entry.
What do you mean?
You truly do not know? Then I suppose it is only right that I enlighten you. The blessing of light kept you and your fellow meddlers safe. It was that which prevented my kind from entering your domain. My kind, I say, though it had no power over the likes of Elidibus and La Habrea. Being of this world, they could come and go as they please, while I could only look on. But I need look no longer. Now that the seal is gone, I mean to act. Unlike the others, I am not given to waiting. I shall take that staff and bring about the next rejoining.
Rejoining? Then it was your doing. The Isle of Val, the scholars, all of it.
You will not harm her!
Oh yeah, that worked out perfectly last time.
Moonbreeder!
Why must you insist on forcing my hand? Did you learn nothing from our last meeting? Ah, but I forget.
my words fall upon deaf ears.
The
Oh,
staff
she has
is
a
but
tummy
a
ache.
broken relic, a memorial to the departed. What possible use could you have for it?
What use? You mean to say that all this time you kept the key, never knowing what it was you possessed?
The key?
The staff Tupsimati, or rather the stone tablet it bears, is host to a great power. Together with the horn, it can be used to draw vast quantities of ether from its bearer's surroundings.
So literally the other staff we had.
How else do you think Louis Soir was able to invoke the power of the 12 without making them an offering of crystals? Summoning requires not only prayer, but a profusion of ether. Even a child knows that.
If I did not know before, you may be certain I do now. But above all, I know that we cannot allow this staff to fall into your hands. I will die before I let you take it.
Insufferable woman. I would happily end your miserable life here and now. Alas, Elidibus would never let me hear the end of it. Very well. If you will not part with the staff, I will take you too.
No! Dive through.
After them! Quickly! Before the rift closes!
The chrysalis. All right, I'm going to take a quick restroom break, everyone. I will be right back in 3, 2, 1. All right, I am back. And we're going to wait for our good friend Chad Healer Germain to join us in the trial. Forget about me, go. You want to queue up into the chrysalis, or you can give me lead and I'll do it. I don't think we're gonna fit in this thing. Ah, here we go. This might take a little bit to get a party, so I'm gonna go check my retainers. Ah, that was the wrong one. Money? Oh, yeah, we finally broke 1 mil. Give me a lead only because you can't find it. Yeah, weirdly enough, it's before all the hard mode stuff. which they make you do before you can get to it. So it's weird that it's not like in order. Ooh, what sold here? Oh, the pirate's mask finally sold. Wait. Oh, we're going double tank, huh? I see. Oh, let me free company actions. There we go. Boy, no, I still have it. Whew. Do, 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 do. Wow, only 2. I'm buying it. I'm buying it because someone clearly did this on mistake. I'm going to sell it. Right, I'm gonna pause the episode real quick while the queue. Oh, never mind. See, I just had to threaten to pause it. Nola, you trying to fit in that box? Here. Yeah. Better? You can fit now. This is where he has her bound in some kinky chains, right? No, not as kinky as I thought. Just some kinky fire. Okay. Okay, dude. Okay. Rich Campbell over here. That hurt. That hurt. Come on, pop it. Oh gosh, guys. So many are getting through. We might die. We might die. I saw like 10 go through. Nope. Pretty close though. Yeah. Luna kind of just popped everything with no disregard of... This could be going better. do. Too many people were focused on the meteors, not enough DPS. Almost got him. Secret Ashen Man. Thank you for helping, Leon. Appreciate it as always.
You're safe. Thank the 12.
You may have bested me this day, but what of the next? What of all the days to come? Remember, light no longer holds sway here. I may return whensoever I wish, again and again and again. Eventually, you will falter, and the staff will be mine. Until next time, Scions.
Throw it! Like a grenade. Bite the top off.
There will be no next time. This is the end.
What trickery is this? No. No! Cannot! No!
Use Tube Samati to gather ether. Quickly, before he breaks free! Concentrate. Call to mind the time you struck down La Habrea with the Blade of Light.
Ah! Light punch!
Why won't it work? Is it because we lack the blessing of light?
Damn it. So much ether. And it still isn't enough.
Fools! No mortal prison can contain me! I shall make you pay for your insolence!
Please, Mother Heidelin, hearken to our plea. Lend us your divine light. Why can you not hear us? Do our words no longer reach you?
If only we had a bit more ether.
Moonbreeder, what are you doing?
Master Louisoix, I understand now. The choice you made in death. There is life. Farewell, Urianger. You dumb.
You daft old coot. Sorry, I skipped it.
Moonbreeder, no! You mustn't!
The Warrior of Light apparently uses his friends as ammo.
What? No! It cannot end! I am eternal! I am immortal!
Moonbreeder. She's gone.
Yep. Couldn't we have just used the staff? Didn't she absorb stuff into it?
You did it, my friend. The Ascian is dead.
A lot of good it did us, though. I mean, without killing ourselves, we can't really kill Ascians.
This device is a legacy of Moonbreeder's toils and sacrifice. I shall hold on to it for safekeeping.
Minfilia, are you all right?
I am.
Oh, we were surveying northern Thanalan when we received the distress call. We returned as swiftly as we were able.
It seems you have everything in hand, however.
What happened here? Where is Moonbreeder?
She gave her life to temper the Blade of Light. I have no words.
Rather than await the inevitable, she took her fate into her own hands.
Does Urianger know?
My friend, there is something I must tell you.
I heard all, my lady.
Oh, Oriange.
The moon sinketh, taking her leave of the heavens, yet her passing heraldeth the coming of a new day. Moonbreeder hath fulfilled her destiny, hath she not?
Poor boy.
Long ago, far across the seas in the Charlayan motherland, Moonbreeder and I did study under the sage tutelage of Master Louis Soir. Full oft did he impress upon us.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
knowledge
Yeah, I'm not
existeth to
crying, you're
serve the
crying.
greater good. This sentiment, however, was contrary to the nation's policy of neutrality, which censured intercedence in the affairs of foreign lands. In spite of vehement opposition, he founded the Circle of Knowing, and journeyed hitherto the heart of Eorzea. Through his noble sacrifice was the realm spared its doom. Yet this great soul, whom all should rightly have honored, was branded a pariah in his own land. His peers did accuse him of forsaking his duty as a man of learning, and of meddling in the course of history. When he left Charlayan behind, Master Louis Soir gave no word to signal his intent to Moonbreeder. Close as they were, as master and disciple, she was deeply wounded by the sudden exclusion from his confidence. Above all, however, she was confused. Try as she might, she could ill comprehend her master's motive. The slanders that were heaped upon him after his passing served only to inflame the turmoil within her. For years upon end, she knew not what to believe. Torn as she was twixt the man whom she revered and the man who forsook her and his duty both.
The Louis Soir I knew would never forsake his duty, much less one of his own.
This I know full well, my lady. 'Twas not for want of love that Master Louis Soir hid his intent. He but desired that Moonbreeder discover her own path, free of the shadow of his influence. Long did I contemplate revealing the truth to her, and long did I hold my peace. After all, was it not Master Louis Soir's wish that she come to the truth unaided? I told myself it was, and resolved to let her suffer. Knowingly did I deny my friend the comfort she craved. And now she hath gone to her rest, with doubt still in her heart. Speakest thou in earnest? Did Moonbreeder truly come to understand Master Louis Soir's will before the end?
Oh.
The realization hath set her free. She may now find the peace which hath for so long eluded her.
I didn't realize he was this emotional in this scene.
Oh, Moonbreeder, my dearest, how I shall miss thee.
Moonbreeder gave her life that we might possess the means to defeat the Ascians. Her sacrifice must not be in vain. Let us continue her work on the Blade of Ether
I
and
love
see
her,
it
of
to
course he is.
completion.
Yeah. Even called her my dearest.
My lady, I would mourn Moonbreeder in mine own way. I beg your permission to return to the Waking Sands.
Of course, my friend. Take all the time you require. We shall be here should you have need of us.
Never have I seen Oriandre so utterly defeated. No one should be made to such for such grief. Oh, we shall gather in the Charlian Manor to celebrate Moonbrida's life and mourn her passing. What's the Charlian Manor? As Moonbrida was native to Charlian, I feel it only fitting that we gather before the Mark of the Scholar. Are you familiar with the stone? It is a monument found at Wraithfrost and is sacred to Thaliak, guardian deity of the City of Learning. There we shall pray for our dear friend's soul and bid her a peaceful return to the light of the Mother Crystal. Okay. Oh, it's in Mordona, huh? Yeah, I'm being lazy and I'm teleporting there. Let me find a better mount to teleport on, to fly around on. Let's see. There we go, to airship. What does this look like when it's on the ground? Oh, gets wheels. Nice. Where's everyone else? It's just me? I wonder why the Stone of the Scholar is here, if the Stone of the Scholar supposedly founded Charlian.
Forgive me, Moonbrida. Had I been quicker or wiser, but I was not. And you paid the price. But you would not suffer us to wallow in our sorrow, would you? You would tell us to pick ourselves up and get on with it. And so we shall. We shall defend this realm and her people to the last.
Life for death, a fair exchange. Other bargains will be
Who invited this guy to the funeral? Can I squeeze by here? No? No? Maybe you can go around. Poor Oriage. Though we have said our farewells, the pall of sadness has diminished but little. Forgive me, as antecedent 'tis my job to be a pillar of strength for all others to lean upon, yet I also believe the grief we feel now is precious in its own way, and not to be lightly swept aside. Do you not agree, Stab? Oh? 'Tis a dagger that has been thrust into my breast. But 'tis a pain we must learn to bear if we are to forge ahead with our duty. Also, your desk is ridiculously large. The battles we have fought have taken the lives of so many. Louis Swab and Breda, our fellows at the Waking Sands. Their spirit and dedication to our cause, however, will never be lost as long as we rise to fight once more. I hardly need remind you of this, of course. 'Tis for my own benefit that I repeat these words, a reaffirmation of mine own chosen path. If I do not rebuild the foundation of my resolve, I am like to collapse in a fit of weeping. Aww. My apologies again, Stab. There is no other to whom I wish I could display such weakness. You are my pillar of strength, and I fear I shall have need of your steadfast presence in the days to come. A victory won, a comrade lost. To honor the fallen, the living forge ever on, towards the light of a new day. Alright, that is the end of 2.5. In the next episode, we plan on doing 2.55. Hopefully that won't be split into multiple episodes because it's pretty long, I believe. But I appreciate you guys for coming. Hope you guys had a good time, and hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.